open. Steps up on the big stage. These guys have been so dominant. Pletcher, 23-0, 15 bonus point victories. For Nick Lee, 16-0, 15 bonus point wins. He has been killing it.
Wow.
Neutral, guys.
Here's Pletcher, first opportunity coming early, 20 seconds in.
Red, takedown, 2.
And there's a takedown for Pletcher.
Out of bounds. You okay, man?
Luke Pletcher from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, about 2 hours away, was a 4-time Pennsylvania State finalist, 3-time champion. Pletcher, a 2-time All-American, pair of 4th place finishes. Lee also 2-time All-American. He has been 5th the past 2 years. 2-1. Pletcher, JD, this season has been at another level with his finishes.
They've both dominated the competition so much that it's not even close. The field is pretty much so far beneath these guys, but everyone's wondering who's coming out on top tonight. I think that Pletcher has done a great job. He's got to get off bottom, though. Nick Lee is a hammer on top. That was going to be big in this match, but that big early takedowns obviously set the tone there for the Buckeye.
Nick Lee out of Evansville, Indiana. Modern day high school, 3-time Indiana place winner, won a state title as a sophomore. He had an epic battle in the state finals against Chad Red, now wrestling at Nebraska. Red had a pin last night in that win against Michigan.
Wow.
Here's Pletcher again, single leg, but look at the defense from Lee. Those are those little things, JD, that are so big. That defense there from Lee to keep that a 2-1 match. That was great defense.
Solid defense. I was impressed by that shot by Pletcher. He didn't hit his knee. It was like almost like a swim high crotch almost. Got the snatch single. Nick Lee, impressive defense.
Minute 10, first period. Pletcher maintains great position, low to the ground. Of course, coming up from 133. He was 141 as a freshman. He's been a different wrestler at this weight class, able to focus on getting better, his technique, not as much on the weight management side of things.
45, Luke.
And Pletcher, with his position, has been able to neutralize Lee here in this first period. They've been active, good hard hand fight.
30.
Couple of stats, JD. Nick Lee in Big Ten competition. Oh, so close.
Great drag from Nick Lee.
Has outscored his opponents 111-21 in 7 matches. And of course, he pinned Mitchell McKee in Minneapolis last Sunday. Both these guys have been close. Pletcher, the only one to capitalize.
Faster hands.
Keys to the Meat, presented by Matt Hoist. Check them out at matthoist.com.
Those keys are Ohio State winning the unranked matches, and Penn State basically continuing to stay focused the way that they always wrestle.
Here's Pletcher. It took him 1 second, JD. Just like that, Pletcher explodes, gets that hip separation, squares up. Huge, huge escape.
Move your hands.
I'm going to give the nod to Pletcher on as far as just the feel of this match right now. Just one small step ahead of Nick Lee.
I would agree.
Dictate, Luke, attack.
Because Nick Lee off that drag was in deep. Great defense. Another nice exchange.
There's a front headlock for Lee. Able to clear that side, Pletcher. Pletcher looks super strong. Physical. Just doesn't really have a weakness.
Tree trunk legs, definitely.
He does. It's one thing to get to his legs, another thing to finish. He's been battle tested.
Right hand, Luke.
Won the Cliff Keen again this year. Had that match with Dom Demas at the Michigan State Open. Real Woods of Stanford. That was a sudden victory. Win for Pletcher. Nick Lee looking to tie this one up. Can he finish the single leg? There's a roll from Pletcher. And he can. It's 3-3.
Wow. Right here is big now. Is Pletcher going to stay on his stomach? That's That's not good for Ohio State. Nick Lee's a hammer right here.
And Pletcher's got to be careful. He's been hit once already. Can he afford to have that happen again? He's on his belly, head down. Here, Pletcher, you got to find a way to work up. And this crowd is right back into it. It is electric. 16,000 rooting on the Nittany Lion, Nick Lee. Can he finish the period on top? 15 seconds.
Big
Running
exchange.
time over 40 seconds. Huge point in this match.
I got warning red!
Wow.
There's another call. Points for Lee. His first lead of the match.
And here's that shot. Nice single leg. Finish, tried rolling through. Right there, I was hoping that Pletcher didn't hurt or tweak something. You wonder if that had something to do with why he was staying on his stomach like that, but Nick Lee, hammer on top.
See the Penn State bench. Nick Lee will go on bottom. Looks like Pletcher showing optional starts. He'll give the escape. Since that opening takedown, JD, Lee has outscored Pletcher 5-1. He's got riding time at 47 seconds. 2-point advantage for Nick Lee, trying to knock off top-ranked Luke Pletcher.
Second period could not have ended any better for Nick Lee. Takedown, right out, and a stall call.
That is the recipe to win big matches.
Obviously, Pletcher needs another takedown. He's in deep, but Lee's got to get his hips back nice, stretch him way out.
Pletcher's pace is definitely slowed. Lee trying to break the grip and get the go behind. Instead, he'll drop below the knee. Great adjustment.
Wow. Wow. Lee has stayed incredibly focused. Pletcher has now lost a step or two. Almost looks like conditioning might be a factor.
Riding time goes over a minute. Listen to this place. Lee is putting it on Pletcher in the top position. Grabs a wrist, peels it back. Pletcher probably going to get hit again, JD. Another breakdown. Nick Lee. What a performance. Gave up that first takedown, but as we see with Penn State so often, stay poised, keep on wrestling. It's a long 7-minute match.
Tom Ryan said Luke Pletcher needs to get off bottom. Was not as urgent as he needed to be.
Lee knocks off Pletcher.
At 125 pounds, Nathan Tomasello, 3-time All-American national champion, up against Carson Kuhn, the graduate student senior transfer from Boise State. He's out of Sandy, Utah, Alta High School. Of course, Nathan Tomasello, the redshirt senior out of Parma, Ohio, Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
Right there, Kuhn getting on a little shot right there, but fought off pretty well. I look for Tomasello to really push the pace of this match, stuff the head. Seen it that Kuhn has done a nice job to this point, but he's got a little go behind right there. Nice work there by Tomasello getting an early takedown. He wants to do this on the feet.
Already you see the size difference between Kuhn and Schnupp, the 25-pounder.
Good read.
Of course, starting at 125 situation here for Ohio State, they need bonus points at 25 and 33.
The 33-pounder is not necessarily a big bonus point guy, Shane, but they really have to get him here because Tomasello, by pushing the pace of the match here with Kuhn, even though he's given up a reversal right there, he needs to go ahead and try to get a quick escape. And now all of a sudden you've let this crowd get into it, and we've seen a nice set of boots get applied there on the right side. Tomasello, it's a time hog.
From a strategic standpoint, you just hit it. Whoa! 2 points and out of bounds.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, your point, Jim, about the time hog is big, and now Kuhn out in front, 5-3.
Well, this is his first time out here. He hasn't had a lot of goes. Been in this Penn State wrestling room locked away. He's come out here and got right after it.
And you look at this Penn State crowd, the last time that Ohio State came here to Rec Hall, that was the day that Rutherford beat Stieber. I mean, the crowd was a huge factor. Another one that stands out was when Jordan Conaway came back and beat Tyler Graff. This crowd is as loud as any place in the country here in Rec Hall.
Yeah, and it's what an answer by Kuhn, though, all right? Take a look at this scramble here by Tomasello. He's getting around all the way behind, but he's able to cut that arm through and falls back. Catches Tomasello in a bad way, gets the takedown there, and then right here as he comes back, gets the escape, and that's clearly 2.
Already the size playing a factor, too, from a standpoint.
Yeah, every little mat return will be a big factor in this match. Big factor in the meet. Great crowd, educated. They know exactly what their guys need to do. Quick escape. Again, this is not over as far as Tomasello, the heavily favored wrestler here, getting the major, okay? He just needs to worry about pace, not score.
Right in for the 2 more points, and now Tomasello with the escape and takedown goes out in front 6-5. We're only a minute and a half into the first period, already 11 points scored.
Fireworks.
And it's 80 degrees in here, guys. I mean, this is, I remember bringing teams in here. I was always, there must be a pool next door or something like that. The humidity is high. It's just tough environment.
I'll tell you, the
Nice
electric
work.
bill. Oh,
Yeah.
drive through. Kuhn answers again.
And he goes right into that boot on the right-hand side. And that's, like I said, a time hog here for him. He can stay in the top position. Cutting down some of Tomasello's riding time.
It's kind of like what Butch Cassidy said to the Sundance Kid. Who is that guy?
Well, and this is where Tomasello's had a little problem in the bottom position here. Already given up 24, 25 seconds of riding time so far. You know, really big if Kuhn can stay in the top position. And he's got 6,500 friends. We're hoping he does it.
Battles within the battle. Here's one right here. 26 seconds, of course. If you're Kuhn, you got to be greedy. This changes everything if he finishes on top.
What Tomasello needs to do here tactically is maybe switch away from that leg that's coming in. He's been able to get that right leg in, and really just kind of an intentional release there by Kuhn. Surprising. Because Tomasello can score easily under 10 seconds.
A big 15 seconds left in the first period.
And this is where Tomasello has done pretty well. Instead of stuffing the head and going around, he's going to go ahead and just the range of Kuhn has been enough. Just keep him away. Like we always talk about, if you're going to be a college wrestler, you can't let guys go around behind you.
15 points scored in the first period, 8-7. Carson Kuhn for Penn State. First time in a Penn State uniform. The graduate student, transfer out of Boise State. 2-time Pac-12 champion. In the lineup for the Nittany Lions for the first time and already making a difference.
And I think Tomasello wanted to go neutral. He first indicated neutral, then looked into his corner, and Tom Ryan said, no, you're going down.
Well, he's got to go down, and particularly with the almost intentional release he was able to get early. 40 seconds of riding time, trying to keep that bottom set of legs out. As the leg is coming in on the right-hand side. See how he brings his knee up? Good turn in by Tomasello.
1 point tying it all up, 8-8. The escape for Tomasello. Just starting the second period. We're just getting underway at Rec Hall. Number 1 versus number 2, Penn State and Ohio State.
And we'll see if Kuhn can weather the storm. Right there, working the head pretty hard. Doing a nice job of keeping his right arm down and catching him with that underhook, but Tomasello works to a single leg. This isn't his preferred shot, but I think he can get to the far side there. He gets the 2.
That was a really nice job by Tomasello to drop back into the leg.
Yeah.
And execution well done by Tomasello. Out front 10-8 with that takedown.
And now you see the weariness a little bit on Kuhn here, planting his forehead on the mat. You know, they know they've got him wobbling here a little bit, and so do you want to put him back on the feet? You got plenty of time to go ahead and take him down. But he's working for that wrist tilt. Right there, he's got it. Well, you can bring him back. He's elevating that bottom leg. He's got to count. Pace is more important than score.
Got the 4-point count, 4-point near fall. Now he's up 14-8.
And the Ohio State coaching staff, Jay Jagger's talking about keeping him down and also looking for another one. He's broke the grip. Really critical for the team points here for Tomasello to make something of this lead. Expand it if he can. Drops in on that single leg, elbow deep, drives him off the mat. Tell you what, good work by Tomasello bringing himself back into this match physically, not letting the elements in the crowd, just the nice points that Kuhn was able to put up on the board affect his pace.
7 unanswered points in that second period for Tomasello. Now out front 14-8.
Just look at this weight class in the Big Ten, and now you throw Kuhn into the mix. Saw Spencer Lee last night, big win for the young Hawkeye. 125 is going to be fireworks in East Lansing at the Big Ten Championships.
Lee with that tech fall over last year's national finalist, Ethan Lezak, very impressive.
Yeah. And this is where Kuhn really has to battle his own set of emotions here about, you know, how tired he is out there. He's actually probably physically feeling it. Tough match to come out, though. Now there's the preferred shot of Tomasello with that high crotch to the right side.
Here's Jay Jaggers yelling to cut him, get the major, secure the major.
Your hands up.
Spin, and just the range that was there before early in the match is not there. Head goes down, and just a lot of this is just not being in this environment there for the Lion, you know, coming out and wrestling somebody that's quality of Tomasello and the condition he's in is really a tough ask.
Coach Ben looking to improve here.
Tomasello showing you why he's been at the top of the podium. Three-time All-American national champion as a freshman. Third the last 2 years. Last year was at 133. He's back at 125.
He's got it locked up, guys. He's got that far wing locked up with the right arm. He's going to go over with the head that's down. And Kuhn gets his head up off the bat. Now he's doing a little bit more battling. Escape, but still the major's in place.
No control.
Solid mat return. More points.
A lot of poise from Tomasello.
Yeah, you know, that you go out there and give up points like that, particularly the headlock, and come back to the center of the mat, and the crowd's deafening, and you come back out there and do what you know how to do. Really broke the match open in the top position.
Very impressive. Both wrestlers, Kuhn comes out, gets a crowd on their feet, but Tomasello comes back, outscoring Kuhn 13-3 since being behind 8-7 at the end of the first period.
Head in the middle.
That's why he'll be in the hunt for another national title. And you think about it, he's a few seconds away from going for his fourth.
No, that great point, because he really was. I mean, take a look at the overtime match where he got pinned in the national semifinals. Now he's coming back through. He's got to be careful not to give up the fall point there. Quick escape. Good comeback by Tomasello.
Yeah, and with the major decision, 4 points on the board for Nathan Tomasello. 21-12. Ohio State leads 4-0 after 125. Time these guys met, it came down to this. An early pin for Bo Nickal over number 2 ranked Kollin Moore. And they're going to go at it again today for the Big Ten Wrestling Championships.
Number 1 and number 2, and not only in this seeding in this meet, but in the country. Only 1 loss on the year so far for Kollin Moore. You just saw it. So hard to recreate, Tim, the looks that Bo Nickal will give you. Prolific pinner. Look at that, 15 falls on the season, 24-0.
Kollin Moore, a 2-time Big Ten champion. A disappointing big NCAAs last year, finishing 4th as the top seed, but he's trying to become a 3-timer. Bo Nickal looking to be a 3-time NCAA champion. They're both Big Ten champions.
You know, in order for Kollin Moore to succeed in this match, that last match has to be totally out of his mind, all right? You need to be respectful of what Bo has to offer. He's a special pinner, and there's not anybody that we've seen in a while that once he gets the pinning combination on, he's just rabid with it. He just has that sixth sense. He has that feeling for it. Guy out there stays loose.
So Bo Nickal, Penn State, won last year's Big Ten championship at 184. He moves up to 197, and he's going up against the two-time defending Big Ten champion Kollin Moore for Ohio State.
So it'll be interesting for me to see what the adjustments are here with the Ohio State coaching staff, what they've asked Moore to do and how they're going to approach this puzzle of Bo Nickal, because you just can't sit back on him and just stay away from the upper body stuff, because he will attack your legs. He can go. Biggest improvement, I think, in his style since he's really hit the scene has been his ability to attack below the knee.
Nickal, no problem getting to the finals. He had a technical fall, and he had a major decision. Moore also with a major decision in the quarters, and a 5-2 victory over Warner from Iowa in the semis.
A couple of really nice snaps there by Nickal.
Kollin Moore out of Burbank, Ohio, Norwayne High School. He was their first ever state champion. Two-time All-American, a redshirt junior. As I mentioned, a two-time Big Ten champ.
Right now you can see how that left elbow of Moore is kind of tucked in right there. The Warner reached too much. Made some sort of decision about that. He seems to be tucking that in just a little bit more than what you normally see. Keeping that right hand floated out there, is coming back.
Bo Nickal out of Allen, Texas, Allen High School. He was a three-time state champion and runner-up, and he led his team to state championships every year, coached by his dad, Jason.
Well, he's just so instinctive, too, Bo Nickal is that you attack those hips. He's got that, it's like a judo background where he can go with double overs. You can see that you know, rightly so, Kollin Moore has been a little bit more cautious right now. You got to really pick your spots.
A contrast in styles here, Jim, but just like we talked about Nolf, as wild and free as Bo Nickal is, he doesn't get out of position often.
Now you see that all these champions in the right time, they're not pushing in and leaning in against their opponents. They can keep their own balance. Now a nice low shot right there. Nickal going after it, scoops the bottom leg. Looks like he's going to be able to score pretty easily here. Again, that's the difference. When you have guys that know you can go upper body and all that, but then you can go out there and create your own offense because they push away from you. That's a quantum leap, and that's what's made him the prolific scorer out there he's been here the last 2 years.
And I remember when you talked about the first time you really saw that effect, it was against Gabe Dean, the two-time NCAA champion,
Sure.
and he shot below the knee so effectively when everybody was looking for up above.
Yeah, and not a lot of people gave Bo, a fighting chance in that match going against the two-time national champion. So this, again, going against the guy who was looking for his third title, and Gabe Dean goes out there and gets the first takedown. And Bo answered it with a low takedown of his own and beat him in a totally different style. It just tells you, how good he potentially can be, not only at this level, but the next level.
Already approaching a minute of riding time for Bo Nickal. That early takedown as we approach the end of the first period. Nickal out front 2-0, but already much different than the last time they met.
Yeah. Watch the cross-up right here, coming across the body there, the low shot, and then being able to get the right arm above the knee right there. Do you see how he got the right arm above the knee? When he did that, that almost eliminated Moore's ability to go ahead and scramble off that.
And there's a high five from Sandy, his mom, to Jason Nolf, and there's Jason, his dad, Jason Nickal. Mom and dad, Jason and Sandy, both college athletes. And they are excited for their son's opportunity, and a little high five for the other champion, that Nittany Lion, Jason Nolf, sitting behind him.
Yeah, and there's a nice little duck under. He's got it to that's the respect to those hips, and he comes back down again below the knee. That was good action. And you know, if you're Moore, you've got to pick your poison. Do I want to go ahead and battle with those hips, or do I want to get out of that position? And immediately felt the gap right there. He came right back in it. So Moore, really, I love the duck and I love that action right there. But Nickal has great feel.
And already a stalling call then on Kollin Moore there, but Kollin Moore has been an attack machine all year.
I don't understand that call. He just got done taking a shot, right? Come on.
Yeah. There they are, Sandy on the left and Jason on the right there. Sandy just giving a good clap there. And they've watched a lot of exciting matches with their son since he was young. And none more exciting than what he has done in his 4-year career. These guys that are seniors have never lost a dual meet. 4 straight seasons as undefeated. 59 straight dual meets wins for the senior class, led by Jason Nolf and Bo Nickal.
And you normally don't see this type of indecision with Kollin Moore out there, but where do you go? And it's just, you know, lay my hands on him and see what happens next. And he's just totally off balance right now. Morris decided to work from space, but eventually I think you just got to go ahead and, you know, this is what I do, go after it. Now there's a little snap down work there with that near side cradle that you saw with a snap down. That's what got him the pinning combination he got into last time.
Our Cliff Keen outstanding wrestler is Alex Marinelli, defeating the 2-time NCAA champion, Vincenzo Joseph, the big move. He's our Cliff Keen outstanding wrestler. Cliff Keen, built for life.
Good work there by Moore getting to his feet, getting the quick escape. Here's the point in the match where if you're Nickal, you kind of go back after him because you know you've got that doubt. And if you're Moore, if you can conjure up just the emotion and energy of hey, I'm going to go for it, right? I have to learn something here in this match right now, or else I got no shot. See, just even in Moore reaching for the head. I mean, Nickal's not there. His motion is good.
Moore, what a career he's had so far. The top winning percentage, over 900 of all active wrestlers on the program. But Nickal, just too much. Workmanlike from every direction. Bo Nickal, another takedown. Out front 9-2 now with a minute left. Looking for more.
And he's not doing this to just anybody. He's doing it to last year's #1 seed in the country. Tight waist ride there.
And we're looking at Bo Nickal's top test right now. I mean, there's no more test as far as on Bo as far as a wrestler and Kollin Moore, and this is just what Bo Nickal has been able to do, moving up from 84 to 197. Some people question that. No questions anymore.
No questions. Yeah, he's been able to do it physically. And also been able to do everything he's been able to do at the lower weight class, at the higher weight class. And you could make a case he's done it better.
And the big question, obviously, for wrestling fans is, will he contend for 2020 for the Olympic team? And it's certainly a great question, and certainly the trajectory possibility for the champion. Bo Nickal, another Big Ten championship for Bo Nickal. And the first time that Kollin Moore's been in the finals and not won. He won as a freshman and a sophomore. He leaves as a runner-up this year because of that man, Bo Nickal, Big Ten champion for the Nittany Lions.
Take a look at that effort right there. Bottom leg scoop right there. Getting the head across. Nice takedown. You know, you never know what's going to happen in 2 weeks, right? But there's Bo Nickal is walking into that national tournament with a lot of momentum.
We're ready For 157, and that's the start of Murderers Row for Penn State. Jason Nolf, two-time NCAA champion, going up against the junior Ke-Shawn Hayes. Jason Nolf only lost 4 times in his career. Once as a redshirt, once as an injury default. His only 2 other losses is to Isaiah Martinez, the 4-time finalist, 2-time NCAA champion from Illinois, on a quest to become a 3-time NCAA champion, Jason Nolf. And I would add legendary in our sport.
No question about it, Tim. Career this guy is having. You look at how good the guys that he's beat or has beat him are. That tells you everything. In on a shot right there. Ke-Shawn Hayes got a tough situation here.
It's quite a matchup, isn't it? It's not a good matchup for Ke-Shawn Hayes, who's good, but, who can beat Jason Nolf?
Well, I think what's really underrated as far as Nolf goes is just his athletic ability and his sheer quickness. And you just see it, particularly on his counter shots. Don't expect Hayes to shoot a lot on him here, but, holding position pretty well, trying to tie him up with the collar ties. But Nolf's quickness is just legendary, particularly on the counter shots. Right there, wow, just totally committing to that leg. Just the threat of that near side cradle, he gets the takedown.
Nolf, the heavy favorite over Ke-Shawn Hayes from Yatesboro, Pennsylvania. Nolf is. He was a 3-time state champion at Katanning High School. He's racked up 105 wins for the Nittany Lions. Second to the active wrestlers. Bo Nickal has 108 wins. But the leading pinner in the history of Penn State is Jason Nolf. 56 pins. Ahead of Rutherford, Taylor, and Moore with 53. And Bo Nickal also has 53, and he's looking to break that tie and go into second place.
Well, Bo Nickal's pins have been a little bit different than what Jason Nolf's has, but it's just a flurry of activity. He just wears guys down, not only physically, but mentally,
What a great duck under there by Jason Nolf. Another takedown out in front, 6-2.
Yeah, he hits so many techniques, and when I say mentally, it's not because Ke-Shawn's breaking or anything like that. That's just a lot to react to out there in a 7-minute match.
Shane, you got something on Jason from last year.
Well, remember last year he did not wrestle in that duel. He suffered that injury in late January against Rutgers, so was not in that duel with Ohio State, and getting his opportunity tonight. And as we always see with Jason Nolf, it's high pace, high attacks. All the guy does is score points.
Nice job by Ke-Shawn Hayes. Now, this is an area you think you can work a little bit with that underhook.
30 seconds remaining.
Jason Nolf on a quest to be a 4-time finalist. The only 4-time finalist in Penn State history is David Taylor. The only 3-timers, Ed Ruth and Zane Rutherford. Not only is Jason Nolf trying to enter that land, but Bo and Kenzo as well. All trying to be 3-timers this year.
Yeah, there you saw that quickness again, totally committing to that shot to his right, below the knee. You could spend a lot of time, young people out there, just studying this guy in so many ways. His ability. Yeah, take a look at the man.
The athletic director at Ohio State, Gene Smith, loves the sport of wrestling, loves to win, and is dedicated and committed in every program in this Buckeye Nation athletic program to win conference and national champions. And his confidence in Tom Ryan and building this program with the new facility, absolutely outstanding.
Well, everywhere he's been committed to wrestling. Good roll-through situation there by Hayes. Look for Nolf to kind of stuff the head quite a bit. Look for those cradles. And Hayes has got to be careful how he comes off of his chest. He doesn't want to give up anything real big here. Nolf senses that. See the fake there? Just almost a misdirection there. He commits to that outside cradle. Makes you feel like he's going to let you up. You bring your knee close to your head, he's going to headhunt you for that cradle.
I like to call Nolf the creator. He's comfortable being uncomfortable.
Good work by Hayes. Almost got all the way around. Followed it up with his own shot.
Keep that elbow.
He's competing. Presenting himself.
Ke-Shawn Hayes out of Kansas City, Park Hill High School. 4 of his 5 losses to top 5 guys. He was the Kansas City Wrestler of the Year, a 3-time Fargo All-American in freestyle. OSU Scholar Athlete. NWCA All-American, Academic All-American last year, but not a match for the 2-time national champion, Jason Nolf. And we talk about love wrestling. Coach Sanderson says, this is a guy, Nolf, that just loves wrestling. He treats every day as the most important day of the year in his quest for 3 titles.
Beautiful finish right there. Cut the corner in the other direction. Brought his head out in front. Popped his head up, wrinkle in the back of the neck. Really, he just weathers people down mentally with all the techniques he throws out there.
Already got a major working on it, 14-6 as we go to the end of the second period. And
take a look at the last takedown there. Take a look this time. He's going to get to the leg. Before he's been going the other direction and below the knee. All right, this time he comes up above the knee, brings his head across, cuts the corner the other direction, collects the 2. Look for something. Feet to back. Nope, he's just going to take the release. Right there, ankle pick.
not only is Jason Nolf a great wrestler, but he's a great student. 4.5 GPA. Got the physics award last year.
He's got this bow and arrow tight, too. He's all right. Going to get his elbow deep. He's got around the hand around the heel. Easily turns Hayes. Going to get the points. Look for him to jump back to the left-hand side and try to scoop that bottom leg. He's already done that with his left heel, but watch him fish that right leg out. He's going to work for the Turk. Nope, he gets the technical fall.
And that's it, 5 points on the board, a technical fall, a 15-point spread. 5 more points on the board for Penn State. They go out from 10-3. And that was just the start. Penn State out in front 10-3.
Ohio State going into heavyweight. There's your world and Olympic champion, 2-time NCAA champion, undefeated, ranked number 1, going up against Nevills, ranked number 6. Right now. So right now, here's the formula. A win, obviously, will have Penn State still ahead 19-18, so it's got to be a major. If Kyle Snyder majors and it's 19-19, Ohio State would win on the criteria for match points.
I believe right now it's 100-84 in favor of the Buckeyes.
Right.
What a job Neville's doing is on this leg, guys, okay? Try to go ahead and finish on Kyle Snyder. He's got that elbow deep and is able to run him over. And I don't know what's going to happen the rest of this match, but he just kept his crowd in it.
This place is electric.
Yeah, it's
Nick Nevills out of Clovis, California, the powerhouse Clovis High School, takes down the Olympic and world and NCAA champion senior Kyle Snyder out of Woodbine, Maryland.
And you can hear the Ohio State corner yelling, pace, pace. I want his pace up there. Nice job by Nevills, basically quick on his feet, stopping that trip. Good finish. Nobody stops that. Wow.
What a man. What a champion. Kyle Snyder. 2 points. And the escape. Nevills. It's all tied up 3-3. A minute and a half left in the first period. Snyder knows that with any chance for Ohio State to come out of here with the victory, he's got to score at least an 8-point victory, a major decision.
42-match win streak
on the line.
Yeah, and he gets to that leg as quick as anybody. Now the roll through there by Nevills. Wow, putting himself in a little bit of danger. Careful with the hips there. Neville's pretty skilled right there in that position. He's holding on to it, but the referee's going to call it potentially dangerous. You know what? And I'm just thankful that he did. Yeah, you got to worry about guys in that position, big guys in that position.
No, the reality with that stalemate, he took about 25 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, times the factor, because right now Snyder has to score 8 more points from this point than Nevills to get that major decision. And 2 points takedown.
A little bit more patience there by Kyle Snyder. Just basically held position, kept his own balance, and let Nevills roll there. Gave him an escape takedown. Got the cradle locked up. Yeah.
Nice job at Nevills.
Yeah. Here comes the Penn State brick.
They don't think that there was the break for the escape.
Correct.
And I agree at first glance.
This will be another opportunity for, I believe, Greg Strobel to get involved.
No, Neville's not backing down.
Yeah, here he's not backing down, but what's a question here is if there was an actual escape there. He kind of went around behind him pretty quick. He had the head stuffed and a lot of weight on his hands before he was given the escape.
Greg Strobel probably wishing he didn't have to do any of this.
He wished he bought a ticket.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's look at this sequence there. The roll through. There's the clear takedown. Now the question is, did Nevills get an escape? Yeah, he offered it up, and Snyder wisely went around him when he heard that the official gave him the escape. So I don't know how you reset that. You could tell that the Penn State bench was pretty upset he gave the escape so quick.
You know, learning lesson there, even no matter what happens on this call, though, by Nevills in that situation, right? I mean, you can't hold up a little bit for a second. When you hear that, you got to be back engaged.
Yeah, it just goes back to, you really want your guys to compete in every situation and not let them go around you that easily. Yeah.
All right, the takedown of the meet is presented by Resolite. The best takedowns take place on a Resolite. And that takedown of the meet, Jim.
Mark Hall and that beautiful signature duck that he has here. It's just always money here for him. Third period, down in that match, was able to go ahead and hit that shot. Beautiful takedown.
And then rode him out the rest of the way to get the win.
Going to be hard to top this tonight. Got 3 dual meets next week, including Iowa back here at Penn State. 3 Big Ten duels.
We're down. You're down.
Calling match stands.
So, it was a takedown, an escape, and a takedown.
You hear me yell one.
Snyder out in front 7-4. 15 seconds left in the first period.
Stand up.
Snyder, 15 seconds, going to give him the point. You know he's coming at him hard here.
And he's been able to get to that left leg of Nevills, and Nevills did a nice job of down blocking there with his left arm. See that? He's going to block off of that. Did a nice job right there. Now he captured the underhook. Short time. Good job of coaching there, how to stop that first shot of Kyle Snyder.
Nice job by Nevills. He gets a point back with that late escape that Snyder gave to him.
Red draw. You all right? Get on.
Nick Nevills, number 6 ranked heavyweight, in the nation going up against the #1 undefeated.
Yep, nice job by Snyder. He brings the hips to the party. Wow.
Oh, and drives him through for the 2 points.
Could squat a refrigerator, Snyder.
A full one. Yeah, nice little shot there by Nevills. And I'll tell you what, for a big guy, he loves to roll through, doesn't he, on those shots?
It's a 2-point match.
Yeah.
A lot of work to be done by Snyder to get that major decision.
See, he's now working a little bit more, faking in and out, getting to the leg right there. Pretty good job there by Nevills, stopping him and keeping him clinched. Now Snyder goes for the throw, gives up the takedown. Huge.
Whoa.
That's just out of character.
Yes. Man.
Tom Ryan's looking for the locked hands call there in that last sequence, but I think he's out of challenges.
So all of a sudden, Snyder goes for the big throw. Nevills stops it, comes on top of him for the takedown. Snyder ahead 10-9 with 30 seconds left in the second period.
Getting to it with the single leg, though. Nevills is,
I think, for
maybe looking for the roll through again.
Two,
yeah.
and right now he's going to have another one pretty quick.
Still, Nevills gets a quick escape here. That's also adding to the cause. Yeah, what do you do there? Do you push? You kind of pushed him off the mat. The Penn State crowd, they want to get on this guy. They want to call him for stalling and pushing Nevills off the mat. It's
4
great.
seconds left in the second period. Snyder out 12-9 for Ohio State to win. Snyder needs to win by major decision by at least 8 points. If he does, Ohio State will walk out of here with a victory criteria by the most match points.
Take a look at the replay. A little bit out of character. He did a nice job of stopping the shot. Snyder goes for the big move, and that you just don't see that. Nice job of Nevills settling back.
This is a huge start off the whistle. Snyder to his feet.
Nice little front trip. Now Nevills is pretty solid in this position.
Nice job of getting up there.
Yeah, good work of getting to his feet. We'll see how much that's taken out of Snyder.
13-9. A takedown, near fall, away from a major decision, but the time is ticking off, 1.5 minutes.
Gonna be tough to get 4 takedowns.
Yeah, now he's sagging back on that front headlock. This is another time burner here. Nevills is a big man, and he's presenting himself. You can see that Snyder looking for a little bit of an exhale there. He's been aggressive, but is he settling in?
Snyder out front, 13-9. A victory for Ohio State here would make it 19-18, and Penn State would keep their streak alive.
The clasping of the fingers call.
Less than a minute left in regulation.
Now Snyder's not looking as much for that shot to the left leg of Nevills. Now he's coming back with this straight on shots, all right, which are a little bit more easier for the big man to maneuver. Measuring him. Dragged there by Snyder. He'll get this with this motion.
2 points.
But is it
Less
enough?
than 30 seconds. 15-9. Riding time not a factor. It's more than a takedown away here.
You're neutral.
Looking for something big off that underhook.
There's 2 more. No. Great hips. Great hips by Nevills.
Wow.
And the crowd comes to their feet.
Oh.
Kyle Snyder wins, but so does Penn State.
Jason Nolf.
Okay, good luck, guys.
22-0, ranked number 1.
Nolf almost immediately right in on the shot, and he's another guy just like Rutherford that just loves keeping that high pace and able to take advantage of his scrambling ability, gets on shots, and great endurance for this guy. Again, another tough order for the Buckeye to try to keep this match close. I mean, Nolf coming off of a magnificent performance against Isaiah Martinez, national champion, getting a fall in that match. But, it's interesting to see how you follow it up. And I think big matches like these, where necessarily you're heavily favored, but to go out there and there has to be a little bit of a coming down period off of a big match like that where you pin the national champion. But
well, if you listen to the interview, it doesn't seem like Nolf was too far up or too far down. He said, I expected it. And there's that big 2-point takedown slick by Jason Nolf, goes out in front 2-0.
Beautiful elbow pass and basically attack both legs in that situation. And, he is just a hammer in the top position, just like Rutherford, but almost in a different way. He likes to work more bar arms.
Keep it flat in 90, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Keep it flat.
Nice work there with the arm behind the back.
Watch it.
Just so much pressure in every position by Nolf. You've seen him since high school, Jim, and you saw him at the Disney duels, and you knew he was good when you saw him.
Well, yeah, a few of my friends from Pennsylvania said, hey, look at this guy. And I said, hey, boy, he's going to have a great future. Oh, by the way, where's he going? He's committed to Penn State. So, I mean, the stars the stars in this duel meet are just fantastic, and their age is just like, it's just off the charts. I mean, these guys are freshmen and sophomores and world champions and potential national champions. It's really cool to see.
We talked about the significance. There's 2 more points of this dual meet. If Penn State wins, they will be in the national championship duel presented live by BPN and Cliff Keene Athletic.
Sometimes it's difficult, when you have, you're supposed to go out there and get bonus points for your team, and you're a heavily favored guy. It's and the guy is on. Let's face it, I mean, Jake Ryan totally understands what his role may be in this situation, is not to give up too many bonus points. So it's hard to go ahead and, you go out there, maybe the first 3-4 techniques, hit all your stuff on the feet, but you're really kind of thinking feet to the back. Sometimes you can get slowed down in that process.
Warning against Jake Ryan, redshirt freshman, going up against another redshirt freshman. One's got a bit of a different trajectory. This season right now, Jason Nolf does not get the 2 points, and Jason Nolf out in front 4-2. He's our Coyote Logistics no excuse impact wrestler. Scoring more points, team points, than any other wrestler in the nation, ranking first for the team points he brings in every dual meet, and second in pins in the nation with 10. Jason Nolf, our Coyote Logistics no excuses impact wrestler.
Ryan will go ahead and take the down position, and so he is thinking about not giving up anything in this situation as far as team points are concerned. But Nolf in on a figure 4 there, like what we saw with Conaway in that position. Worked that for a long period of time, and what Jake Ryan has to do is keep his forehead off the mat. If he can go ahead and do that, give the official the impression that you're trying to go ahead and compete down there. But it's tough when that guy has that leg in like that. And Nolf is so active with it. So now he's going to go ahead and give the escape. He's going to try to do this on his feet.
Nolf out in front 4-1. He's got riding time. Been putting the pressure on Jake Ryan the entire time, but right now, with a minute left in the second period, with only one warning, he's not been penalized yet. The 1 point, Jake Ryan.
And Ryan has played that edge about as well as you can play it there under the circumstances, and they're going to call stalemate. So milked a little bit of clock, he tried to keep his team within range there against the #1 ranked wrestler in the country. Nice shot to the
Other side. Attack both sides of the body that time.
Exactly. He went one way, came back to the other way, and looking to get the 2 points. And does Nolf, Penn State, the number one ranked wrestler. For number one ranked Nittany Lions.
So crowd not happy that he's not getting a stall call here, but he's presenting himself. Ryan is at this stage. There's the shot that he had at the end of the first period. It'll crack down, passes across the other side, picks up the takedown, jumps out 8-4. And 9 seconds left, you're probably going to keep him down.
And that will be the end of the second period. Scores 8-4. Nolf over 2 minutes of riding time. Undefeated. Tom Ryan. Encouraging words to his 157-pounder that also happens to be his son, Kale, and his brother, Cody Sanderson. It's a family affair. Both highly successful coaches. In the last 5 years, these are only 2 teams that have won the NCAA championship. Ohio State winning their first ever last year. Penn State winning 4 in a row prior to that.
Nice duck under there by Nolf, but it wasn't clean. Now he's going to work out with the double overhooks, maybe go feet to the back. Again, Ryan has got called for stalling here again.
There's one stalling for Ryan, 1.5 minutes left.
But to some degree, and I'm not an apologist here for him, and it's clearly he's trying to keep it close, but he hasn't backed off the mat. I mean, he's given up right there, that position.
He just got knocked in the head.
Yeah.
Just got knocked in the head. And so they did. They collided.
You see. Yeah.
You can't.
I think that the replay here will verify what you said there, Tim, is that
you can't coach on this, okay?
take a look at this.
Now, obviously the partisan crowd yelling he's tired, but he got banged right.
Boom. Yeah, maybe with the shoulder right there, but yeah, he did kind of take it in the ear hole there. Yeah,
I think it was a shoulder on that head there.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want to try that at home, get about 3-4 paces back and run into the wall. Doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so now Nolf will probably choose down.
Right, he gets his choice when the injury time, the non-injured wrestler will get his choice.
You have to go back to your corner. You can either evaluate him here or take him back to the room. You have all kinds of time.
They're going to go through the concussion protocol.
They have to go through the concussion protocol, and that will slow things down because the official has to take them off the mat in the back room and go through tests. On Sunday, February 21st, we saw how many of them are in the top 20, and so this year it's the Big Ten Conference hosting then the other 7 power wrestling conferences, and plus a wild card. Here's the invited Big Ten teams already. These will host Penn State, Iowa, Michigan, Ohio State, Nebraska, Rutgers, Indiana, Minnesota. Then the schools like North Carolina State and Missouri and Oklahoma State and Virginia Tech, and from the other conferences will meet up in a kind of a bowl-like weekend. One day, one round at 8 schools, matching the highest-ranked Big Ten teams against the highest-ranked winners from the 7 other Division I wrestling conference.
You're sure? Okay. Make that note at concussion time.
Yeah,
Cleared by
Jake
the
Ryan is struggling here.
He cleared him.
And they're going to continue on. They determined it wasn't a concussion,
because it was concussion time,
and that he can continue to wrestle. We're talking about Jake Ryan, who...
He's going to use optional start on you. You set? Go ahead. Brett.
So right now, Jake Ryan starts on the bottom. He gets one, and Nolf out in front 14-6. Working on a tech fall. Right now he's got a major decision, winning by 8 or more. So he's got that extra point in on the leg, coming around. No points.
But you can see where Nolf has the activity level to be able to do what he's doing against really high-level people like Martinez. I mean, his footwork is solid. He's attacking all the time. And that's not a stall warning necessarily on Ryan, so to speak. That's just Jason Nolf earning a stall warning on his opponent. It's kind of it happens.
1 point, stalling, 15-6. Nolf trying to finish off Ryan here in the third period. 30 seconds left. He's out front 15-6. There's a 4-point for the team if it ended right here. Ryan trying to keep from, and there's one stalling.
How many is that?
He's got to step forward.
That's his third point or 2 points. Next one's DQ.
And that's a situation where Nolf just is like he's earning these points right now just with his activity. Again, Ryan is not backing out. In on the leg.
He's in control.
Got the takedown, one back point, one set of back points, one set of swipes anyway. Swipe.
No change. Still here.
Solid performance by Nolf.
And with Riding, that's 19-6. Falls a little short of the 15-point tech fall. Your winner by major decision, still undefeated, number 1 ranked Nittany Lion Jason Nolf.
Incredible, electric atmosphere at Rec Hall, and they're ready for the 2 national champions, the 184-pound match. Myles Martin, national champion 2 years ago at 174. Bo Nickal, last year's national champion at this weight. Here they go. They've got a history, and Myles Martin is the only wrestler to ever beat Bo Nickal multiple times, but he's never beaten him in the regular season. So here we go. The dual meets have belonged to Bo Nickal.
You know, everybody's talking about this is turning into one of the biggest rivalries in the sport of college wrestling here. These 2 national champions going at it in their junior year. And what Martin, when he's had success, he's been precise in his technique, and he doesn't do anything crazy where Bo Nickal's hips are involved. He doesn't get into wild scrambles. He'll actually duck away or move away and not really attack the hips in critical situations where he knows that Nickal has an advantage. I like to roll with him. 2-on-1 action off the shot there by Myles Martin.
Martin out of Penns Grove, New Jersey, McDonough School. And Bo Nickal from Allen, Texas.
And what's fun about these matches is, you know, both these guys are going to wrestle. It's like a heavyweight prize fight. You're never safe in that circle. These guys let it fly.
Well, we know one guy does for sure. That's Bo Nickal. He just will go double overs. Said this before. What impressed me about last year in the national finals was his ability to go ahead and attack below the knee against a real solid wrestler, Gabe Dean. You know, he has the whole package, and I know he treats the fans a lot with the big moves. Saw the Spladle last year against Iowa, and like I said, he does a lot of stuff over the double overs, but this has been the one guy who's had a difficult time, you know, doing all that too, and I think it's just a tribute to the techniques that Martin has. He likes to attack below the knee as well, but you saw where in that last sequence there, he had a chance to go around the waist and said, nah, no dice, all right?
42-0. That's the cumulative record of these two. 22-0, Myles Martin. 20-0, Bo Nickal. No losses between them. Something's got to give tonight.
And I think 37 of those wins bonus points.
Martin has 20 of his 22 wins this season, bonus points.
Wow, right there. He's coming around the waist, though. No threat by Bo.
No control.
Right?
Nice roll
no points
by
yet.
Bo Nickal.
And that's why you see that's how that turned into an advantage situation for Nickal. Instead of staying down low below the waist, he got to the waist. And Nickal's really at home there.
3-2.
A challenge there, of course, on this.
Challenge came before actually the action at the edge. It was, they thought maybe that
Nickal maybe wait on the hands for a takedown?
Right. Yeah. And now they didn't think the 2 should have been given because the score table.
You see Jay Jaggers now is one that's actually talking to the referee. I mean, Tom is in an emotional state right now that he's got. You mentioned it before, Shay, the intensity that he showed up at Rec Hall with, but Jaggers a little cooler right now, being able to communicate.
Get another look at it here.
Yeah.
Oh, and so they did that earlier at 125, and Tomasello's heel broke it, and they gave the 2 there.
Just really blows my mind how Nickal was able to get out of that.
Take a look at the sequence right here. See how he comes up around the waist? And that's right at, you see, no panic out of Nickal. Reaches for the double over. Goes right into the roll. All right. Did they go off the mat at this point? No. All right. Still. And I think what the Ohio State guys are saying is that toe might be in.
Takedown came,
but he hit the scoreboard first. It looked like too. Right. So it's a judgment call. And
yeah, the challenge is for a takedown first by Ohio State.
Yeah, no reaction time.
Right.
So that's what they're
and Rich Strobel is going to be looking at.
Greg
here.
Strobel is the video replay person. It won't be John Nath, the official. So Strobel will look at that. The challenge is, did Martin have the takedown, no reaction time, and not be called? Yeah. There's Greg Strobel.
Greg is an experienced hand, and of course,
National Wrestling Hall of Famer.
Yeah, let's take a look at, see if there's any. No reaction time on the takedown, but I'm not seeing a takedown yet. All right, there's no weight on the hands. All right. Did he have control there? Yes. Probably make a case for that.
So Greg Strobel, former head coach at Lehigh, is the video replay man and taking a look at it, and he'll make the decision on whether Ohio State's challenge will overturn the non-call. The official did not call the takedown, and Ohio State is challenging on Myles Martin should have had a takedown with no reaction time.
It goes without saying, this is a critical call because it's late in the first period as well, so give somebody a situation to get a takedown and a ride out. Take a 2-0 lead to the second period.
Greg Strobel's done this a few times now, but he is right in the middle of it right now. Take a look at this, a little bit better, different angle. No takedown to that point, but when he goes down to his shoulders right there, it looks to me like that's what they're contesting. No reaction time.
Do you see enough, Jim, to overturn it?
I guess I do, yeah.
Greg Strobel there talking to the official about what he sees, because he'll make the call here.
Yeah, and I don't know if I would overturn it, but I do see enough that it might be overturned.
The longer this goes on, makes me believe that it's going to stand.
Cale Sanderson, the head coach there in the white shirt, 159-0 as a competitor at Iowa State. As a coach, he's won 6 out of the last 7 years, the national title for Penn State.
Yeah, there's going to be a takedown. So we're just reading body language here. We don't really have any indication.
And here it comes.
Ohio State had challenged the fact that the Ohio State wrestler scored a takedown after further review.
Call stands.
Call stands, no takedown, and 2 for Bo Nickal. So he's out in front 2-0, and all you want to do is get things right, and it took a while there, but now 20 seconds left in the first period. Very important time for Myles Martin.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yep.
4-1.
Red, you're neutral.
So it's 2-1.
You're neutral. You're neutral.
Really saw the urgency there from Martin. That's a critical escape.
Yeah, it was. You saw the explosiveness, too. So I just don't think, guys, one takedown is going to decide this match.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Swing takes bottom.
So Bo Nickal, the national champion last year at this weight class, will choose down to begin the second period, leading 2-1.
And he's a threat from every position. So particularly this position, he's thinking about what he can do to go ahead and take Martin to his back. So you see that big step right there. Now he'll come into a double overkick, and Martin wisely just doesn't want anything to do with this. Pushes him away, not high, but at the hips, and get those crazy hips away from me.
He remind you of Dylan Ness a little bit?
He reminds me of Randy Lewis a lot, and yes, Ness, and he's got the whole package.
And Myles Martin, you see, you talk about space, he likes to have a gap, and when he's free to move there, and he's so quick.
And what you get with guys like this, they don't, there's low shot, switch off to a double, but you know what? It wasn't there, all right? He shut that off. Now he's got the head and arm. Nope, he's just got a body lock.
No control here.
No correct control. This is the scramble. You got to try to keep your head up in the scramble.
Myles Martin trying to come up from behind.
Tough to do with those scissors lock around the head and arm. Now he's got both ankles in an ankle pass situation. He's looking to improve his position. This is the same technique that you saw Nolf use quite a bit.
They're just so comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In the weirdest, funkiest positions, they are right at home.
Well, Martin wisely just doesn't play ball in there. If he doesn't get exactly what he wants in a short period of time, he's been able to go ahead and neutralize and get the stalemate. And that's not easy to do. And just when you think it's all, he's playing defense the whole time, he gets on a shot of his own. Good work. Left-handed high crotch, switches off to a double.
And Bo Nickal comes in, the high crotch, off to the double, takedown, 2 points.
Short time scoring.
Inside 10 seconds. Unanswered, big-time points for Nickal.
Well, so well set up because you get your opponent thinking about, well, can I really score on these hips, these legs, and all of a sudden when you're thinking about that, he hits a shot of his own.
And Nickal, when he got in on the legs, he took a quick glance up at the clock, knew where he was at, stayed patient, finish, gets the right out.
The clash of the two national champions right here. Myles Martin 2 years ago at 174. Last year's 184. Bo Nickal. Nickal out in front, 5-1. Great hips by Martin. Comes out for one, but nice shot. Reshot back in.
And this is where Martin doesn't want to be, rolling around with Nickal.
Again, gave up the points, but he didn't want to give up the big points, 7-2. Martin falls behind with a minute and a half left in the third period.
This is pretty reminiscent of the duel they had last year at Ohio State. Of course, Martin came back and beat him in the Big Tens.
Nickal not disappointing the fans here at Rec Hall tonight.
Riding time over a minute now for Nickal.
So both men improve here.
1 minute left in the third period.
Go red, brought him in.
Stall warning on Martin. Good solid ride now there with the 2-on-1. And this is where you feel your opponent maybe give in a little bit. And
Nickal looking to make a statement if he can get a 2-point near fall.
Yeah, and he's a pinner. Right there, going hard for it.
Stepping out in front. 15 seconds left. Bo Nickal gonna drive it home. Gets the big win here at 184.
Well, the difference in Bo Nickal this year.
Trying to get past 45. He gets past 45 for 2.
Yeah.
45 degrees is the benchmark there, and he drives him over, and Bo Nickal gets a major decision as time runs out.